Hi, welcome back everybody. We're going to do leather for sure today. But we might try to do the rubber. So the rubber is used to fix broken carts. I'm craving a drilled coconut and I got some while I was doing prep work for the video. So you guys actually get to see how it's done. So you find a coconut, which are in the desert biomes. They grow on palm trees. You take the flint tipped bow drill, and you also need, where is it? I've lost my flint knife. There we go. It's the simplest way to do it. So you take your flint knife and do that. I think that's the only way you can actually do it. Then you take your flint tip bow drill, and that's the drilled coconut. Yum, yum, yum. So, to get out the rest of the coconut, you just put it on a big rock, which is why you don't want to get rid of all the rocks in your base. And you find a round boy here. Then you smack the coconut, and it breaks it in two, and I'll show you what that looks like. It just breaks it in two, and you can't use or do anything to the rock until you remove the coconuts. Now there's a nifty thing you can do with the coconuts. If you have a string, you can make a coconut bra. It doesn't provide any warmth, but it's just a nice little aesthetic. I'm going to put that in my backpack. I want some small foods because I'm not getting her a bowl of carnitas. I'm not going to hunt a pig. It's dangerous enough that we're going to go hunt a cow. We need to get another rope to lead the calf home. Carry my food and my rope. Let's get rid of the sharp stone. Don't need the sharp stone. And we need a bowl of dried corn because that's what the cows eat. And I prepared some corn here. Now with corn in a stack or not, when it's dried or not, what you can do is just take the bowl, this, and it transfers it over. I need to dry out a whole lot more corn because we're going to have to, sadly for leather, we have to churn a lot of babies out and get them to grow up and then kill them for their leather. The only way you can kill a cow is with a bow and arrow. So I'm going to put this in the cow pen that I put together earlier, and then we're going to go out and hunt a bison. Now when you're hunting a bison, they take more than one shot to kill them. So I'm going to yum up because I can't carry all of this food and all the arrows. There we go. So I have room for the arrows, and I take extra just in case. Mama be dangerous. They be dangerous. Once you shoot them, they come after you with a vengeance. So you have to be careful, and it's really advised to litter the ground. So we have a mama here. And she's had a baby. So I'm littering the ground with stuff so I can stand on it and hunt her without her hitting me. Hello, donkey. Because she is going to come after me with a vengeance. I gotta go find her. She took off. There she is. Oh, she's so mad. Oh, that one didn't hit her. Okay, she's down, and I'm gonna put these guys in my backpack, and I'm gonna put the bow on, because as soon as you take that arrow out, you're gonna have to grab the calf. Go. You know what I did again? I forgot to hit my home marker. But look at, he's so cute. Or she, I should say, since it's immaculate conception here with these guys. Here we go. I got turned around. So sorry with your little ragdoll legs. Okay, so now he's gonna, I keep saying they're gonna grow up. And I'm gonna leave my bow and arrows here because they're gonna be used, sadly. I have to raise them and kill them. It's horrible. While they're growing up, what I'm gonna do is, if you noticed, I never grabbed the mouflon that I killed in my last video. I'm gonna grab a basket and I'm gonna go and skin it and take the meat. And then I'm gonna come back and get the mouflon fur because you can make a loincloth from that. I gotta find this poor dead beastie. There we are. So sorry. But your baby's doing really well. So I'm using my flint knife. That's all you really need. I would take the bones, but I have no use for them right now. So I'm going to stack the meat. I'm going to get get the mouflon hide, and I'm gonna make a loincloth out of it, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. We can make us some more fancier breeches. So I've got this, the mouflon fur. I'm taking my needle and thread. I made some fancy underwear. I don't know that it'll do much better. Oh my gosh, I'm carrying something down below. It looks like it did us a bit better. I'm gonna I got my flint knife still. Getting my basket again. And a mostly empty backpack. I'm gonna go find where I shot the buffalo. I'm sorry, what are they called? I play too many games. Bison. This poor dead bison. I'm gonna skin it. Taking its skin. And then I'm going to cut up and take the meat. So I'm going to put him down here next to my mouflon meat button. And I'm done with my basket. I'm putting my basket up. I'm going to take some more corn because I'm pretty sure the cow is grown, or domesticated one. And just like with the sheep, you want to leave the baby that you got, you want to leave them be, because that's a free source of new baby animals without having to feed. Yes, and see, now we have a cow, and I think it's funny, the baby buffalo, the baby bison, it looked really different from the grown-up version, but the domesticated version of, see, the sheep look different than the babies. But these baby cows, I don't know what it is. It's so freaking hilarious to me. They look just like the adult versions. We have to, just like with the sheep, wait for it to leave its mom, like that. And it will grow up. So now I'm just running out. I'm going to get the skin of the bison that we left behind. And we can turn that into leather, but I don't have my tanning rack set up yet. So instead, I'm going to drag this heavy beast all the way back, and I'm going to make myself an appropriate hat because I can, and because we're doing that today. And you just take your thread with this the bison skin that you got, and there you go. Have a pointy hat. I need to find somewhere else to store all these old clothings. But at least now we have something to pick and choose from when we get dressed in the morning. So we have to make the, I need more cows, but we also need to make the tanning racks. And I need to make 2 of them because I need quite a few leathers to make my saddle and my bridle. I'm going to sneak a few more of these into my backpack just to make the process quicker. Because I am smart. I used my brain a while ago. Not really. Oh wait, we got another baby running around. Let's feed him. And make another bowl, get it ready to go. So as you see, I have some sticks piled up right here, and what they are from the yew tree. You have to pile up 6 set of sticks that have been trimmed. So we trim them, put them together. This process, it takes a lot of rope, so you have to tie each of them. So now that I have all the yew sticks I need, I just need a rope for each of the untied ones. Oh, no, we got cows. We got baby cows. Cannot let them go hungry. Need many. Stack up the sticks. Make rope. And if I sound a little robotic in this video, it's just because I've had another long day working, and it's exhausted me today. It was a very trying day. I like being busy, but there's just at some point, you know, being busy is too busy. Okay, so now that we have our 3 shafts, we're going to put it where we want it. And I think one would be fine right here. And I'm going to stack up the shafts. And there you go, you have a tanning rack. We have another baby. And I'm not kidding, we have to keep this mill going because we need a lot of leather. Not only for our saddle and our bridle for a horse, but for any other horse we decide to have. And for dynamite. Some clothing does require it. You can have a leather cowboy hat, which is actually kind of neat looking. You're going to be mine soon. You are going to be ridden. I'm tired of running everywhere. I need to get the 3 more rope, and I'm going to make a second tanning rack to speed the process along. Here. No, stop moving. You gotta move. Oh, you were already fed. You little cheeky butt. Feed you. There. No, I I fed the mama cow. I didn't want to feed the mama cow because now I don't have a bucket. I don't have a bucket for you. God bless it. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm rope. Rope. Here we go. You misclick a lot in this game. There. So now I'm getting my ropes. Hi. The reason I was lamenting is because I don't have a bucket and she's going to be producing milk. There, she's producing milk. Ah. That's another food in and of itself. But if you leave a bucket of milk alone, it turns into cream. You can get the cream off with a bowl and use a skewer. Oh, I didn't want to do that right there. You can use the skewer to turn it into butter, or you can use the cream for pumpkin pies. That was an expensive boo-boo. Alright, we got more babies. I want the baby, not the mama. There. I'm crying more for spilt milk than I should. Okay, so it's time for us to make leather, and I think I'm going to edit out the murder scene that's about to come. You have to go in with your bow and arrow, kill a cow. Rest in peace, you guys were friends from birth to death. The only way you can kill them is with a bow and arrow. And then you take their leather. Here we go. It takes quite a few minutes. If you click on it, you'll see it takes 5 minutes for it to turn into actual leather. So while we're doing that, I'm gonna crime scene clean this. It is horrible. I'm gonna take this. I don't like doing this. Okay, we have leather. So that's all you do to take it off right here. And I hate doing this, but I have to have another. So out of all the cows that we had, we killed 4, and we have 2 adults left. 3 adults. But that's okay. We can have more cows later. Yeah, that really does make me kind of, I don't like it. So we need 4 cut pieces like this. And when those dry, we're going to take those and cut them twice. We're going to cut one of them twice. I can leave this here. So while we're waiting on the leather to turn, I'm going to make 2 lassos because you need 2 lassos for part of this. And all that is 2 rope put together to make a lasso. 1 rope, 2 rope. 2 rope make a lasso. And I'm going to take one of them and I'm going to go get my horse because we're going to need her for this next part. But before I do anything with her, I want her to have babies because I don't know if I have any other horses. Well, white horses anyway. Oh, well, I have my leather. So I'm going to take 1 down and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take that piece apart and I'm going to cut that. And then I'm going to take, give me that. I'm going to take 2 of them, put them on there. I'm going to get my needle and thread, and then I'm going to stitch that. But I'm not going to put her on my horse yet, because once you saddle and bridle a horse, well, I guess before you put the cart on, you can take them back off, and she'll have babies if you can take them back off. But once you put the cart on, you can't take the cart off. This is going to take a little bit. I got to go find apples. I have to have a whole apple tree, and you can touch a basket to an apple tree and get a whole basket of apples, and that's what you need to feed the horse for it to have a baby. Ooh, I hit Applepalooza here. Yay. Got 4 apple trees right there. And my dumb self, I went out and I still didn't hit that home marker. Guys, learn a lesson from me. Hit the home marker. I'm going to take my basket of apples here and I'm going to go up to my horse and click. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. She has to be loose, I think. Okay. She can have it in here, that's fine. And there, she'll have a baby in a moment, but while she's busy having the baby, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to cut it. And I think it's 2 of those. I don't want a cowboy hat. Let's take 2 of these, stick them on there. I don't want a quiver. I think I had it wrong. I think it's 4 cut pieces, and yes. Good lord, my brain doesn't want to work. It took me a minute to remember that. So that's what we wanted the second lasso for. And we're going to take this one and we're going to grab our horse again. I said we're going to take this one and grab our horse again. She's had her baby. And that's a good place for the baby, out of the way. We're going to put our horse up here. Okay. We're going to saddle and bridle her. And now, if you see, you can't do anything. If you touch her again, it takes the bridle off. But if you go and get a cart and put it on her, then you can ride her. However, I don't want to get a cart just yet. Okay, so we are actually going to employ this rickety cart. It makes a lot of really bad noise. I'm going to... Can I put 4 things in this? I can't. All right, so that is just too dang bad. We're going to make ourselves a new cart. I don't want to put this on my horse yet because it's not fully upgraded. I want to wait to get a fully upgraded one. So you need 2 buckets, 2 bowls, and you need your bronze knife. What am I even carrying in my backpack? Oh, an onion. Okay, cool. A surprise snack. We're going to go find a desert biome first because 2 of the ingredients we need are going to be in the jungle biome and 1 is in a desert biome, and I want to go find the desert biome first, and you'll see why in a moment. So here we're finding some desert biomes. This is the palm tree that I actually got the fruits from, the coconuts. And I gotta be careful around here because it is Wolfhala. And the biome I need is right here. It's a larger one. And this is what you want to find in these hot springs right here. I've got 2 right here and right here. And over to my right there's more. But I'm where I want to be. So I'm going to take... Please watch out for snakes when you're here. So I'm going to take my bowl and I'm going to fill it. I'm just going to touch it with this because I'm getting these little yellow spots off of the hot springs and the sulfur. That's a bucket. That's not a bowl. Okay. Now we're going to go to a jungle biome. It needs to be a decent sized one because you need 1 a rubber tree and you need 2 a palm tree. So you got to have a biome that's close and that's big enough for both of those. These wolves are making me nervous because there's so many of them. And I lag no matter how easy that I'm taking it on my gamer computer. I lag. So now I've made it to a rubber tree. And I'm going to take my knife, if I can get it out. And I'm going to cut each one that I'm going to use. And then put a bucket on them. So you see, it just says / rubber tree. So after that fills up, it's going to say, you know, the scarred rubber tree. You can cut it again and get the process going again. And as you can see, there's a palm tree here and an oil palm tree here. So we need those 2. It's just a process of waiting for the buckets to fill up now. So that one's full. Actually, I didn't want to put it in there. We have to wait for them to turn from a bucket of liquid latex to coagulated latex. So this one turned into a bucket of coagulated latex. We're taking the sulfur and we're dumping it in. The other one shouldn't be very... There it goes. Alright, so I can put these 2 buckets back in. As you can see, it's a bucket of sulfured latex. I want my bowl. I'm going to go up and touch palm tree, and then I'm going to repeat the process, and then it becomes an empty oil palm tree. We are going to head down to our kitchen with this stuff. That's where you need to cook it. I'm cleaning up my area. I'm going to get 2 buckets of water, 1 for each of the palm oil that we gathered off the oiled palm trees. So you're going to need them, and then you're going to need a round stone and a stick. I can't put it there, that's where my fire is going. So we know the fire making process very well by this point. I just want to touch everything, I think. So we lit the fire. We want these guys out. So this is our palm oil. We cook it. Quickly smash it with a rock. And then we take the bowls of water, soak it. Oh no, I lagged at the worst possible time. So we take the soaked palm oils and cook them again while the thing is still hot. Now we have, it's called a bowl of separating palm oil. We use another empty bowl on it. Lord have mercy, they gotta make this difficult. So we used the empty bowl on it and it made a bowl of palm oil. Right now we need to take our latex and add the palm oil to it. And now that we have that, it turns into a bucket of oiled and sulfured latex. We're going to take our stick and touch it to each of the buckets to turn it into rubber dough. We're going to take those out by right clicking and it turns into tires. Well, they're raw rubber tires. So I'm going to put this back up here, and then I'm going to put some more tinder in here, and I'm going to fire it up. So I'm going to hold on to this, and that cools off. We're going to cook them, and then they become the tires that you're used to seeing. Cook 1, and then cook 2. And that's how you make vulcanized rubber tires. And there you go. You've just made an upgraded cart. So I'm going to put these back up here. Well, no, because we're going to repeat this process. I want to take my bowls with me, because now I get to show you how to fix this cart. But I get to do it a lot faster. So let's go and find our horse. Here we go. And now you're just going to touch. There you have it. That is your horse. That is, 1, it's much faster getting around, and 2, it can store up to 8 things. So the first thing I want to do, I gotta find a work area to work on that cart. Need a mallet, need my chisel, and I need a shovel. I'm gonna go over here where it's out of the way some, and I'm gonna find, I have decided on a name for this guy. He is gonna be Hubert Farnsworth from Futurama, because he's old and leathery. Here's a nice stone. I'm going to take my shovel, I'm gonna dig the stone up, and if you try to put it in like that, the horse cart won't hold that. You have to have a wagon for that, and that's gonna be a other thing in and of itself. So put the chisel on it, and I'm gonna hit it with a mallet. I'm gonna pick my chisel up, and I'm gonna separate the stones. I'm gonna take the chisel to 1/2, and I'm gonna make a block. And this will fit in here. I'm gonna do it again to this one, because we can always use it for when we get ready to make our new coming stuff. There we go. Ugh. I don't know why I strain whenever a character I'm playing is straining to do something, but I've done it since I was a kid. I love that we're going so much faster. And the beautiful thing is, you can in this game, in this one, as opposed to 1 Hour, 1 Life, you can get off a horse and walk away from it. It's not going to go anywhere. All I'm doing is putting my tools back. As you can see, I gathered my broken bronze tools. And instead of going through the whole process of making bronze again, you just take 2 broken tools, you touch them together, and it becomes a clump of scrap. So what you can do with a clump of scrap is put it in a bowl, put a lid on it, and it's just ready to be forged into a whole new bronze bar. So you can make another tool out of it without going through the 15 process that we did before. I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to take this extra stone, and I believe I'll put that right there. And then we're going to take this cart. I said the cart. We're going to walk it up here. Oh, I have to put it in the ground, I think. That's not what I intended. Okie dokie. We're going to take you, taking you. Alright, so the old way of doing it, I'm guessing because they changed it. I actually had to look it up. They said you can just hit it with a mallet and it repairs it. Finding that out is an absolute revolution to me, because I didn't know that. So apparently that fixes it. Alright, so if we have the crafting guide open, we can see if we wait 10 hours, it turns into a broken handcart, but we don't want to do that. This is what I was looking at. If you take a handcart on a stone block that's installed, then it's a stone block with a handcart on it, and that's what I was thinking I actually had to do. But here you can fix it. If you look in the crafting guide, you can fix it all kinds of different ways. I don't want to do any of that. I just wanted to put tires on it, so I believe all you have to do, and we can test this out right quick, is just get 2 rubber tires and then come up to it and touch it, and then it won't do that anymore. It won't break down. So let's go test that out right quick. I have a few years left of my life. The beautiful thing about being on a horse is, look, I don't have to worry about jack shit. Only thing I gotta worry about is snakes on these guys. Oh, hey, that's a yum food. Gonna take that. So I'm gonna come over here to get the sulfur. I'm going back to the trees that we got the rubber from. And all I gotta do is take the knife, as you see, like I said, a rubber tree with a sealed slash. I'm gonna cut them back open. Play the waiting game again. I'm going to put my sulfur in my latex again now that it's coagulated. And I need to go and get, well, mosquito problems. How brave am I? The mosquitoes got me. Mosquitoes got me. They didn't really. So, before they do, because you don't even have to worry about them on a horse. Look, I'm riding all around them. What kills me about the mosquitoes is that they're actually, they're pixels, their sprites hover above where the red mark is, so it gets me anytime I think I'm safe and I'm like, oh wait, no, they're above me. We're gonna repeat this process and I'll be back to you when I have tires. Okay, it's time to test the theory. Will this work? I know how to do a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of details that I don't always get. And look, you have a cart. Let's test how much you can put in here. 1, 3, 5, 6. 6. So you can put 6 things in that, and you can put 8 in one with a horse on it. So this is going to go over here next to my animals, so I can tote their feed back and forth a lot quicker. I'll probably actually use the horse cart for that, because it's just so much quicker. But there you have it, guys. That is it for today. We did leather. I did a horrible massacre. I had to do a crime scene cleanup, and you can stack buckets just like baskets. So we did leather. I showed you how to make a saddle and a bridle, and how to hitch a fully upgraded cart to him. I'm gonna set him right here. I showed you how to make sure that, always make sure you get a foal before you put a cart on a horse, because you can't take the cart off the horse and they won't have babies with a cart on it, because it'll just think you're trying to put the basket of apples in the cart. So we learned how to make a tanning rack, make leather. We got our items. We have a ton of beef. We have upgraded carts, and we all of us learned how to fix a broken hand cart. You just take a mallet to it, because yes, that acronym KISS is very accurate right now. The keep it simple, stupid. And I would have never thought of it if I hadn't taken a moment and looked it up. And that's it. Y'all learned how to make rubber and how to vulcanize it, and that's a lot of stuff to learn in one day. We have stones now for no reason, but they'll come in handy when we go to make our new come in stuff. You're gonna have to have these blocks for a new come in tower, but I think I'm going to take some time and I'm going to do some prep work. And I did have a viewer request to show off my original, from this update, my home base, the Eve that I play. And that might be what I do next. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're learning a lot. I think next we have iron to work on, and some buildings, because it's time to upgrade our dining establishment. Al fresco isn't bad, but I do like my indoor choices. So we'll see you guys on the next one. I hope y'all are ready to learn more. Have a great rest of your day, and bye.